The record is on. Hello, everyone. So I will start again because the record started. My name is Amran Mofiz. I'm the regional advisor of University of Portsmouth. And today we are very happy. Anna Varnes, the international student advisor, she is here with us, and she is very, very supportive, very, very cooperative of all the students, even in the last intake. In our pre-departure briefing, Anna attended in our session, and she gave very fantastic, very informative information to students, which benefited many students. And that is the reason in this intake as well, I have requested Anna to join, and I'm very thankful she managed her time to attend the session. So thank you, Anna. Thank you very much. So
no, thank you for having me, Amran. I'm looking forward to it.
okay,
Lovely to see so many people here today.
Okay, thank you very much. So I could see 78 participants, which is fantastic. Now we will start at the beginning. I will introduce Mr. Muhammad Mia. Muhammad Mia is he is actually one of the alumni of University of Portsmouth. So he has done his double masters from University of Portsmouth, and last 18 years he is in Portsmouth City. He knows the community. He is involved with Portsmouth Bangladesh Business Association and Portsmouth Bangla Society. So I will request Muhammad Mia, please introduce yourself, and please give me some information about the city, about the society, about the support the student could get when they will reach in the Portsmouth city. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Amran. Hello, Anna. Hello, Nurjaman. Hello, students. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Muhammad Mia, Secretary General of PBBA, Portsmouth Bangladesh Business Association, and also founder and president of Bangla Society, Portsmouth. So it is my privilege to be here today on behalf of Bangla Society, Portsmouth, and PBBA. So as a student, I was as a student as well. 20 years ago, I came to Portsmouth to study my master's. So I have the real experience, and being a city, so definitely I can give you some more information how living here as a student, and also a student already actually came to Portsmouth as who actually here and is studying. So PBBA point of view, PBBA is closely working with Portsmouth City Council and University of Portsmouth in partnership to help Bangladeshi community and international students, and students also fall under the Bangladeshi community, local community. So PBBA is playing vital role to helping international students here. PBBA actually got the member of over like 300 local businesses and restaurants, different types of businesses. So PBBA have got the links with all the local business and the community. So once actually you are here, the PBBA get involved for welcoming you to the city. Like before the COVID-19, we had our first welcome reception to Bangladeshi students, the PBBA organized, and where all the businesses, local community people and students was there. So they had opportunity to integrate with the society. So PBBA is always looking forward to helping and supporting the students once they are here. So we're very much privileged to be the part of that. As also the Bangla Society, I'm the member. There are around like 20,000 Bangladeshi in Portsmouth. So we are a big community, and under Bangla Society, we organized different social activities, social event. So once you are here, you'll be part of that, and the society will be integrated. And through this link, through this network, you'll have opportunity for the job, for accommodation. So all these things actually, once you're here, we're going to involve for that. The PBBA, if I mention one thing, just last week, there was a convocation, graduation ceremony, the first batch from Bangladesh through the Amran. So the Deputy Vice Chancellor himself actually welcome and attend the dinner party. So there was a group of students, Bangladeshi students graduated. So we organized from the PBBA, the dinner party, the head of international and the Deputy Vice Chancellor himself came to congratulate and had a dinner together. So just to give you as an example that how the PBBA local organization actually taking and facilitating you once actually you are here. So we are here, I'm part of that. So we are always here to support you. So I understand when I came here 20 years ago, I did not know anyone. I didn't have anyone to ask. So at least now you know me. I am Mohammad Mia. I based in Portsmouth, and I have colleagues here. I know the community people. So you are here. Once you're here, you get my number from Amran. Always welcome to connect with me. I'm here. So at least you have someone. Once you are here, at least in case of emergency, any other issue, you can contact us. We'll be here to support you. So if I give you a little bit the idea about the job, so far I spoke to many students. Everybody got the job here. We have the catering industry. We have also factories, so everybody is settling well. Accommodation again, lots of Bangladeshi community. That means sharing home, one room or student accommodation. So that means we have a WhatsApp group. I'm not going to maybe create one where you'll be connected with the lots of students already here, so that you can be facilitated with the accommodation for the job purpose. And also we have Portsmouth Bangladeshi Sports Club. So that means that club, the main objective is with the students promoting sports, football, cricket. We are organized football match and cricket match as well. So if you see that there is a Facebook page there. So, and also there is a Portsmouth Bangladeshi Student Alumni Association. So that means once you are here, graduate here, so you'll be connected through this Alumni Association. And there will be one event here, one event will be in Bangladesh, mainly in Dhaka, where the international officer will be there. So that means we have a long-term plan. Once you graduate, not that's it, you'll be connected through the Alumni Association. So we'll be there to support you. So from me, so I am looking forward to welcome you in Portsmouth. Personally, I'm looking forward to meet you all. And I'm here always, any reason, any purpose, you are most welcome to contact me. And I'll be my privilege to support you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Amran. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So you got lots of information from Mohammad Mia, and thanks Mohammad Mia for giving your important time for these students for helping. And students will be very lucky that like Mohammad Mia is very supportive. Also, the community, the Bangladeshi people, so you will not feel lonely in there, and you will get all the festival time. You will feel like you will attend all the occasion what you enjoyed in your home country, and especially the part-time job. Many students actually worried about part-time job, full-time job. So you can understand the availability. The students, they are really getting part-time and full-time job, and they are earning good amount of money. While they are in part-time position, even after finishing their study, they could work full-time. So all the students, I'm requesting you again to please make sure your sound is mute for everyone. So the next, we will start the next part. So Mohammad Mia, thank you very much. So if any reason you like to leave, so this is okay for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. I'm looking forward to see you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So now we will come to the second part, which is the pre-departure briefing from Anna Vardas. So I will give the floor to Anna to explain about, introduce yourself first, and please show the presentation which you prepared for the students. And any students, they have any question, so I will request, please wait. So after finishing the presentation, we may have a question and answer session later on, not right now. Please wait and keep mute your audio, please. Thank you very much. So Anna, please. Thank you.
Hi, Amran. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. That's very, very kind of you. It's lovely to see so many of you here today. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
can all hear me okay?
We can hear you properly.
Great.
We can hear you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So like Amran said, my name is Anna. I'm one of the international student advisors at the University of Portsmouth. And I've been here for nearly 10 years. So I've been here for quite a while. I studied in the UK university myself, and then I came to work here. And I've been in the global office all this time as well. So I've met many students over the years, and I'm very much looking forward to meeting you all as well. So today we're going to talk a little bit, the first thing we'll talk about a little bit is visas and preparing for your visa application. We'll talk about preparing to travel, and then we'll talk about what to do when you arrive. And as Amran has said, we will be able to take any questions at the end of the presentation as well. So skip through, here we are. So I'm sure you should all be aware by now, I hope you are, but this is Portsmouth. This is a lovely view of Portsmouth that we have there on the screen. So as you are hopefully aware already, we're approximately 70 miles south of London. We're a city centre campus, so we're based right in the heart of the city, which is great because that means there's lots of facilities all around us. There's lots of shops, there's lots of leisure centres, and you've also got very good access to the beach and the seafront as well. We've got excellent transport links to the rest of the UK and to Europe. So we have a ferry port, we have a local airport as well at Southampton, and our nearest airports as well are Heathrow and Gatwick for international flights. And as I said, we're a seafront location right on the south coast of England. So we're very fortunate with the weather down here. Probably not as lovely as it is in Bangladesh, but for the UK, we are very lucky with the weather. So just some key dates for your calendars, just to start off with. So halls of residence will be open on the 11th of September. So the first time that you can move into university halls of residence, if you've booked with university halls of residence, will be the 11th of September. But there may be a little bit extra fee charged if you move in early. The airport pickup service has now opened, and I will talk about that in a bit more detail in a moment. And we have two pickup spots in the calendar. So the first one is between the 13th and 15th of September, and then we have the 23rd to the 26th of September as well. So there'll be various pickups happening over that period of time, and the deadlines there for booking can be seen on the screen. We then have our international orientation program, which starts on the 27th of September and runs for a whole week until the 3rd of October. I will go into a little bit more detail about that later. And then once you've done your orientation program, you will of course do your induction program, and your induction is inducting you onto your course. So that's when you're starting your course, and that will be from the 4th to the 8th of October. Registration, you will receive information by email. It's usually around the beginning of September, sometimes the end of August, but you will receive information by email, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to talk a little bit first about your visa, your application, your application to the university, and your visa application to come to the UK, of course. So thinking a little bit about your application, looking in your applicant view, have you accepted your offer? Have you uploaded any documents that are part of the condition of the offer that you have? And have you completed the study in the UK visa eligibility questionnaire? So it's really important to complete that questionnaire. A 𝐾𝐬𝐳 cannot be issued to you unless you've filled in that questionnaire and submitted it to us. So that will be in your offer letter, and there is a link here as well. But if you're still unsure, please do speak to Amran or one of his colleagues. Who'll be able to send you that link, but you must make sure that you do that. And you must also make sure that you've paid your deposit or provided a financial guarantee letter if you're sponsored. But making that deposit payment is, again, extremely important. And then once you have your unconditional offer, so once you've fulfilled all the conditions, then you'll be able to be in a position to receive your 𝐾𝐻 statement. And when you have your 𝐾𝐻 statement, you can, of course, make your application for your student route visa. So the visa application process can seem quite complicated and complex, but the most important thing is to be very well prepared. So all of you that have come to this presentation today are already obviously preparing for that. So I hope you're all taking notes as part of this to get ready for your visa application. So like I said, you'll need your 𝐾𝐻, and that'll be sent to you once you've accepted your offer, paid your deposit, and filled in that eligibility questionnaire. Part of that is providing copies of your passport as well. Your 𝐾𝐻 will then be sent to you. Now, it's very important that you check all the details on your 𝐾𝐻 to make sure that they are correct. So your name on your 𝐾𝐻 statement should match the name in your passport. Check your personal details to make sure that everything is correct on there. And if there are any errors, you can contact us by email. Now, one of the biggest things that students receive refusals on is not having a correct proof of finance. So as part of the visa application, you need to show evidence that you have access to living costs, sometimes also referred to as maintenance, and the tuition fee funds. So these funds need to be held in a bank account for at least 28 consecutive days. So that's every day for 28 days. I'll go into bank statements a little bit further on. We'll go into that on the next page, into more specifics about the amounts that are required. You also need to make sure you have all your supporting documents. So like I said, bank statements, degree certificates, anything that you need to submit with that visa application, you need to prepare those so they're ready to submit when you apply. Some courses will also require an ATAS certificate, so you need to make sure you have your ATAS certificate, as you will need that as part of your visa application as well. Don't worry if you've never heard the phrase ATAS before. If you do need an ATAS certificate, this will be a condition stated on your offer letter. So if you don't recognise the word ATAS and you've never seen it before, don't worry, it's very likely that in fact you don't need an ATAS. ATAS is usually for master's level technical courses. You may also need a TB test certificate, so you'll need to prepare that in advance as well. And you'll also need to prepare the costs of the visa application, so paying the immigration health surcharge, for example. So this will be £470 per year for the duration of your course. Obviously, many students will also be subject to a visa credibility interview, and I will again talk a little bit about visa credibility interviews and the best way to prepare for those in a few slides' time. It's really important to remember that if your visa is refused, then the 𝐾𝐬𝐲 number that you have cannot be used again. So you cannot apply straight away with the same 𝐾𝐬𝐲 number. You'll need to contact the university and we'll have to assess whether we can issue you with a new 𝐾𝐬𝐲 statement to make a new visa application. It may be that you can also challenge a refusal if you do receive one. Again, please reach out to the university and we'll be able to assist you with that. So I'm going to talk in a little bit more detail about bank statements now, because like I said, bank statements are the issue that most students have, is not having that correctly prepared bank statement. So what you need to show is 1 year's, so your first year, 1 year's worth of tuition fees. This is minus any money that you've already paid to the university. So if, for example, you've already paid your deposit, you can deduct that amount from the total amount of tuition fees, and the remaining amount that you still owe, that you will still be paying to the university for tuition in your first year of study, is what you need to show in your bank account. In addition to this amount, in addition to that tuition fee amount, you need to show the maintenance or living costs, as it's also known, of £9,207. So that's a minimum, absolute minimum amount is £9,207 of maintenance, plus your outstanding tuition fee. So any tuition fees you haven't already paid to the university for the first year of your study. These funds absolutely must be held in your account for at least 28 days. Again, this is another one where we quite often see refusals, is because the money hasn't been held in the account for long enough. So over a 28-day period, that money, that minimum amount has to be in there. Even if you drop below by a very small amount, you then have to start that 28-day period again. So it's really important to make sure you're maintaining that amount in the bank account. The bank account must be in your name or a parent's name, and it cannot be in anybody else's name. It can't be in, for example, an uncle, grandmother. It can't be in any other family member's name. It can only be in your name or a parent's name. Now, if it is your parents' bank statement that you're using, that is fine. The Home Office will accept that. But what they will also need is a copy of your birth certificate and a letter from your parents, whichever parent is named in the bank statement, to confirm that they are financially supporting you during your studies. If your birth certificate, for example, is not in English, it will need to be officially translated into English, and you'll need to include the original copy and the translated version when you make your visa application. So the funds must also be held in a personal account, so it cannot be a business account. So even if your parents own a business and they want to show their business account, this is not possible. It must be in the name of a person for personal reasons, not for business. Currency, obviously, it doesn't have to be in British pounds. It can be in your home currency. But if you want to check the currency conversion, please use the same currency converter that the Home Office use, which is Oanda. And we've provided a link in the presentation just there. You can see it just says oanda.com/currency converter. And you can use that one just to check to convert the currency, just to make sure that you have the correct level of funds. If you are sponsored, I'm not sure if any of students from Bangladesh are sponsored, but if you are officially sponsored, and when we say officially sponsored, we usually mean by a government body, then you would need a copy of your sponsor letter for your visa application. Another important thing to remember that funds will not be considered if they are held in a financial institution where the UKVI are not able to make a verification check with that institution. So we have found sometimes with smaller banks that the Home Office does try to contact them to verify that you are a customer. And sometimes with those smaller banks, they don't respond to the verification check from the Home Office. So we, if possible, we do recommend that you use a larger, commonly used bank. I'm sure Amran may be able to advise you further on that. This is a sort of quite fairly new thing that the Home Office are doing, these verification checks, and we're just seeing that some of those smaller banks are just not responding to Home Office requests. So make sure it's in one that will happily respond to the Home Office if they request a verification check. So that's covered bank statements. You will obviously receive a copy of this presentation, so you can keep that information and cross-check it when you're preparing your bank statement. Like I said, it's really important to be 100% sure that your bank statement is correct. You don't want to be getting a visa refusal just because you missed, for example, one day of having the money in your account or something like that. It's really, really important. If you're not sure, if you've got your bank statement prepared and you want us to quickly check it for you before you submit your application, that's absolutely fine. We are happy to do that if you have any doubts or any concerns. So you can email it to student-visa@port.ac.uk if you would like us to check it in advance. You don't have to have us checking it, but if you did have any concerns or you're just not sure, please do get in touch with us so we can check it for you, and we'll be able to advise if there's any issues with it or anything that needs to be changed. So we've also got some top tips here for preparing for your visa application. So we've obviously talked about having those proof of funds and how important having that bank statement is. We've talked about that. I hope that we've covered it. But like I said, any doubts at all, please get in touch with us. The last thing that we want is you having a visa refusal, because every time if you do receive a visa refusal, you have to declare that visa refusal in every future immigration application that you make, whether it's to the UK or to another country. So it's just really important that you take your time to make sure that you're getting it right. As I said before, preparing all the supporting documents that need to go with it, including a TB test certificate and ATA certificate if it's required, and submitting all the documents, original documents. They can't be photocopies, they must be original. And as I said before, any documents that are not in English must be officially translated. Check the information on your 𝐀𝐬𝐫𝐚𝐧 is correct, and read through your visa application before you submit it as well. Make sure that you've spelled your name correctly, that you've spelled your address correctly, that you've got all your personal details correct. So we do advise that you do a check through the application before you submit it. And then once you've submitted it, you'll probably want to start thinking about preparing for the credibility interview. The Home Office are doing more of these credibility interviews now, as far as we're aware. So many of you may have to do one. And it's important to be prepared for a credibility interview, because sometimes people can get a little bit nervous when speaking to the Home Office. There's no need to be nervous. It can be a little bit nervous because it's a video conversation and your internet might not be, very strong, or you're talking to someone with a different accent or something, anything like that. But it's important to prepare, and the sort of things that the Home Office are going to be asking you is perhaps why you chose the University of Portsmouth, why you chose to study in the UK, why is it that you chose the course that you're studying on. Did you think about any other courses? Did you consider other universities? Did you consider other countries? And they may also ask you things about your personal circumstances, like where your money is, how you're funding yourself. They may ask you how much your parents earn. Questions like this. They may also ask you about Portsmouth itself, whether you're aware of what facilities are in Portsmouth and what to expect when you come to live in the UK. And they may also ask you more questions about the course that you're going to be studying. So not just the title of the course, the name of the course, but they may ask you about the modules that you'll be studying, how you're going to be taught, and some of the university facilities like the library, or any facilities that are specific to your course. So we really strongly advise that you do your research, you have a look on the university website. It's important not to write these answers down. You don't need to write the answers down. You don't need to be reading from a piece of paper or anything. You need to answer honestly, but you do need to be prepared. You do need to think about why you chose this course, especially at a time when you're having an interview. And like I said, you may be a little bit nervous. Being a little bit prepared really helps overcome those nerves. So prepare for that interview, have a think about some of those questions. We have also prepared some really helpful videos, which we'll be sharing. We have 2 playlists of videos that we'll be sharing as well. And they will really help to get you thinking about coming and living in Portsmouth,